Alright, so hopefully you watched the last video where I peeled off all the masking. There are several different methods out there that I've read about. I went ahead and peeled, and now I'm going to remask over these spots. I'll go ahead and do one of them. I'll probably do the belly piece because it's not extremely crazy. But so the base coat of yellow, well, base coat of silver is down, then yellow. I've taken that off. Now I'm going to remask over the top here. So I'll just do that. So I'll grab some Q-tips. It's my main applicator technique. And I'll go grab the masking fluid. Shake it vigorously. So one thing that I noticed from my first set of masking that I took off is I didn't maybe put it on thick enough because it was not as easy to get off. So I've shaken this stuff. So there's going to be a few things that are just easy, right? So if I want something silver, if it's silver here, I remask it. So that's easy enough. Now, I want certain things to sort of show through on the outside of that, so I want the yellow to stay there. So I actually bring my masking up and around the part a little bit more to where now it's going to be lined with yellow. Now you don't want to do that with every single one, so maybe I just want this one to show just a tiny bit of yellow. So I went ahead and I already I just want a tiny bit of yellow on the outside. Well, I'm just trying mainly just to fill this one in. Same with this one. I'm going to keep the yellow on this side of it out just a bit. For the most part, I'm going to try to stay right alongside, so just maybe a little bit. So to give that, again, weathered look. So once I fill in all these ones that I've already got here, I'll need to add a couple more, that go through past the green, but not past the yellow. So this one, I sort of like the way that this yellow is in here interspersed, and I want to keep that in the middle of it. So I'm actually going to paint over this whole entire area, and I hope that it sort of comes through whenever I get done. I might be painting over a little bit of latex that I didn't have very thick, and so this might actually pull it up whenever I come back after it dries. So we'll see about that. And then pretty much I'm just going to go ahead and add a few little spots where I sort of want the yellow to show through. Again, I'm trying to get this a little bit thicker than I did last time because it was a little bit more difficult to pull up. Corners of objects are always getting rubbed on things and stuff like that, so they're more likely to have weathering right on the sides. That kind of stuff. And then maybe one more thing I've been using is taking these bad boys, trimming them down to get a little bit more of a pointer on an applicator. And so I go here, and then I can just put like a nice line of masking. And it looks like I need to put right there. So yeah, I think that this will definitely be a cool product whenever I'm done. I've got some there, but I'm just putting on a little more just to make for sure that it's nice and thick, so I can hopefully easily pull it off is what the goal is here. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So as you see, I've applied, well, you might not be able to see, but I've applied the masking in a few places. I'm not going to have a whole bunch of area that isn't clear through the metal that's showing yellow, but I think that's fine. And we'll just see how it turns out. Now the rest of this is going to be the time lapse. I don't think you want to sit here and watch me meticulously go over every single surface. So yeah, enjoy. Alright, so today I'm going to do, I'm not going to do the whole thing in a video, but I'm going to do one of them as a video, and then the rest of them I'm going to do as time-lapse. So what I'm doing right now is I've done 2 coats of paint. Painting isn't my strong suit necessarily, but I've done 2 coats of paint on the silver, 2 coats of paint on the yellow, and I'm going to take off the masking, the liquid masking that I put on before I put on the yellow, and then I'm going to go back over with more liquid masking to sort of hit those same silver spots that I want silver again, but extend it out just a bit more to encompass a little bit of the yellow while maybe not having all of the yellow show, as well as adding a few more little masking areas to allow yellow to come through. But so I just cut sort of a Q-tip off. I'm in a hotel, so I don't really get to have all the stuff that I would normally have at my house. So one thing that I would recommend for the liquid mask especially is apply that stuff liberally, like if you can, because I'd already finished the shoulder pads, shoulder plates, and because I didn't apply it thick enough, some of the parts were very difficult to take off. So right now I can see the difference. You probably can't in the video, but I can see the difference of where I put you know, some easy spots. I always put them in the dimpled spots. So you know, I just sort of work my piece underneath it, and then I bring it up. Okay, and you know, go like that. Sort of set that off to the side. Some of these I, did it a bit lighter, and it's making it much more difficult to take off these little pieces. But just wanted to sort of give you guys an idea of the sort of what goes into peeling this stuff off without it just being just a time lapse. So take my time. I use the cutoff so that way I don't scratch the paint underneath because it's not real metal. But on this one I actually got a little bit of the primer through, which is good because it's rust colored, so it sort of looks like it's been rusted. But so yeah, so I mean the goal, right, is to have it look like the paint is chipped. If you see here, I'll sort of move you a little bit. As you see here, it looks very much like, hey, you got a nick here, and the paint is chipped off. So I think it'll go really well. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. The rest of the video should be a time lapse, most likely. Hope you enjoy.